joined now by Weather Network meteorologist Jaclyn Whittal to discuss the ski season across the country. Jaclyn, areas of Western Canada, especially in BC, got a great start to the season thanks to some alpine snow associated with November's bomb cyclone event. So a good start to the season. What can skiers in the area expect this year?
Yeah, I think that the main difference this season is going to be the snow that we see, even in the early part of the ski season, is going to likely stick around. So last year we had, several thaws and warm-ups, especially in coastal regions of BC. We even saw rainy days, and we lost a lot of our snow with those Pineapple Express storms. This year we're not looking at that. We're looking at a colder pattern, especially for southern parts of BC, and higher than normal precipitation, which means the snow we get, we can likely hang on to, and we just keep piling up that champagne powder here in the interior day after day. So a good ski season to look forward to.
It's a bit of a different story in eastern Canada. A warm fall led to lower than normal snowfall amounts for that season, but a cold start to December could actually help some areas. Now there's an uncertain storm track as well. What do you think that's going to mean for skiers in the eastern portion of the country?
Yeah, this is how it works in the Great Lakes. It really depends on what side of the storm you are on, because obviously the lakes can have a big influence on our weather, and they can support lots of lake effect snow events. So you get cold Arctic air, then you can get a great burst of snow for ski resorts. But with this particular pattern this year, we are going to watch that storm track closely, because if the warm air lifts, say, north of the ski resorts, we could be seeing rain or even a messy mix of precipitation. But if the storm track stays south of the Great Lakes and into the States, then we could be on the colder side of the system and we could see snow. So it really depends, storm by storm, event by event, what type of precipitation we could be seeing. But unfortunately, we're not looking at a signal for a really, really cold winter. So the snow that we do get, we're going to have to be very hopeful that we can hang on to across Ontario and especially around the Great Lakes regions.
Last year was a difficult season right across the country because of low snowfall totals and mild temperatures that led to some early closures and a lot of disruptions. Is there hope that this year can be significantly better? I know both skiers and resort operators are hopeful for a return to some normal conditions.
Last year being a very strong El Niño pattern, of course, that's where we have warmer sea surface temperatures off the west coast of South America. That can have a big impact on weather patterns around the world, but we know that it brings a mild Canadian winter. That is not the case this season. We are neither in La Nina or not. We're in a neutral pattern. But aside from the semantics, what it could mean is a variable type of winter pattern for Eastern Canada. So we're going to watch each storm very closely, because depending on the track, the ski resorts could get a bit of a break in terms of, getting a good dumping of snow. Maybe a lake effect snow event really provides some snow, or it's just cold enough to be able to produce some snow. The key will be, can we hang on to it? So that's something to watch in the east. The west, we're not expecting those warm-ups like we had last year, again, with that strong El Nino. A lot of resorts even had to close in BC, which is not the norm. Where I'm standing here at Silver Star Mountain Resort, we are looking at a cold pattern for much of the winter. That cold pattern supports that real light and fluffy snow here in the mountains of BC. That's what we're expecting. We're already seeing it in early season openings. And we're also looking for more precipitation than normal in Western Canada. Those upslope events for areas like Alberta could be a big part of the story. So lots to watch closely, but the West has a much stronger chance of having a really, really good ski season this year than, say, Eastern Canada, but we'll watch it closely.
Thanks very much, Jaclyn. Enjoy the slopes this season.